Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning. Whoa, where are you? I can't see you.
Well, I should tell you.
Dave's gone dark.
I think it's it's a blackout. I've done something wrong, and I have been blacked out on the video camera.
Yeah, you have.
I'm no longer available for video, but I am still on audio.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
And I hope that it stays that way for the rest of my career. But when Jeremy gets time, he'll probably fix it. But this morning it was black. So for you folks who are watching the video, and Mom, for you down in Arkansas, I know you usually just listen to the audio, the stream on KBBN.com, but this might be a great time for you to watch the show because it'll be Brent only. You can watch him drink his coffee and make sure he sits up straight. And
Coffee in my new cup, Mom.
Yeah, there
Using
you go.
your new cup.
There it is. But otherwise, you can listen to the good old radio. And you folks who are out of our signal range, of course, it's very nice because you can listen to KCNI1280.com online or KBBN.com online. There's free apps for those channels as well. And so we're all set up except just for the one picture of Dave, and that's just beautiful.
The camera finally had enough.
I think I've been blackballed.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, I've been blackballed. I love it. I love it. All right, today, I think these are some pretty important days.
Okay.
And now I can not worry about the camera. I can just lean over to where I can
Okay, yeah,
read
there
it.
you go.
I can read it and get close enough to see it with my reading glasses. National Nurses Day today.
Oh, yeah.
I know all of the specialists and the doctors and everything. All working parts of care centers are important, but without nurses, yikes, it wouldn't work very well. So this is National Nurses Day. This is because it's National Nurses Week, which ends on the birth date of Florence Nightingale, a famous nurse who kind of set the standard. On May 12th is her birth date. Also, National Teachers Day today.
Huh?
Also, what would we do without teachers? We don't know how you do it, but you do. A very challenging occupation and a very important one, keeping the kids from zoning out and learning as much as they can during their school years. National Foster Care Day, very important. You can wear blue today to show your support for kids everywhere. Did you know there are more than 400,000 children in America's foster care system at any given time? That is crazy. A new child is placed in care every 2 minutes. Wow. This is also No Diet Day, Brent. So if you've been watching your diet, go ahead and eat a donut today. Eat a dozen. It doesn't matter. You don't need to feel guilty, at least not today.
Wonderful.
All right.
I can get into that.
And then it's National Beverage Day. Sit back, relax, and sip your favorite beverage. It doesn't have to be alcoholic beverage, but it is 5 o'clock somewhere. And anyway, whatever you like to have as a beverage, it is National Beverage Day. Birthdays. George Clooney.
Oh.
Kind of I guess what I would call a stud. The women like him. Doesn't matter. He just has to give those little looks that he does, and the women melt.
He's a heartthrob.
That's it. That's what you call him. He's also a darn good actor and does a lot of good things. Him and his dad have been very active in helping people across the world. He is 64 today. Of course, he broke out in ER.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still going?
No.
It's just done.
No, reruns are going.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes. Angel Reese is 23. Is that right, Angel? Or it's A-N-G-E-L.
Women's basketball
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. She is, of course, she led the college scene with helping lead LSU to a national title in 2023, and she now plays power forward for the NBA's Chicago Sky. And she recently graced the cover of Vogue's Winter 2025 issue.
Oh,
So
I
she's doing
wouldn't
a
have
little bit
known
of
that.
photography as well. Let's see, who else here? Let's see, I think that's just about it, except for Bob Seger.
Oh.
Bob Seger. Yes, he is having a birthday today. And Bob is, let's see here, 80. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
He's 80 today. Has sold more than 100 million records worldwide. And he's had many, many albums, many, many hits. Don't think he's touring anymore. He just, I think, did his last tour a couple years ago, maybe. But his music lives on. And he is 80 today. Happy birthday to Bob Seger. in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
just to, well, I don't know if he was hoping to catch a little time with him or what, or just sitting there, but reflecting. And 80 years, and probably, what would you say, about 65 years of that probably playing music on the road.
Yeah, I would guess.
You know, somewhere in there. Pretty amazing. Prairie Pioneer Center today, let's see what they're having. Hamburger, hash brown casserole, California blend veggies, and fruit. And the number to call to let them know you're coming if you haven't been for a while or you haven't stopped by to have a meal, call them at 872-6121, and they'll make a plate for you. You can call that same number if you'd like to set up home delivery. Excuse me. Also, Brent, we would like to inform the folks, you can see what's going on at the courthouse. The big front steps on the east side of the building are being worked over again. They're doing some final things on them, some corrections, finishing touches.
Okay.
And so you'll need to use the west door, the back door of the courthouse, and there's an elevator there, too, that you can use if you need to get upstairs or downstairs, wherever you're going.
All right.
Up or down, because I guess when you come in the back door, you got to go up or down before you get to any offices.
You do, yeah.
So it's nice to have that elevator there. Let's talk about the beef prices for a moment and remind you that today, during the show, we're going to be giving you a chance to text in the numbers 870, not right now, but in a little bit, somewhere down the road here in the show. We'll ask you to text us at 308-870-0333, and that'll get you entered for a chance to win, the grand prize, which is a quarter of beef, which includes roast, steaks, hamburger, and a deep freeze to put it in. And the little deep freeze is out front here. It's a sweet little unit, came from Lyons Appliances, and it fit just about anywhere. I think that's what's neat about this little freezer. It'll hold a lot of food, but it doesn't take up, one whole wall. Mm-hmm. Can sit it in the corner somewhere or out in the garage. And that goes along with that, plus 3 bottles of delicious bearded hog barbecue seasoning. Second and third place will each win an 8-pound prime rib roast and a bottle of bearded hog barbecue seasoning to cook it up right. And you can register to win at lots of different locations. I'll go through those right now. So here's where you can register at the registration boxes. I think they're actually round containers, but
buckets.
Buckets, yeah. Registration buckets.
There you go.
They're nice little buckets. They also came from Ace Hardware. Ansley, Sun Valley Landscaping is your place to register while you're doing your shopping there and picking up your flowers and all the different things they have for you. Arcadia, Moshka's Building Center and Greenhouse. They have a greenhouse there, too. So they're hopping right now, and a lot of spring projects they can help you with. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, a registration point. They've been a great business partner, and while you're there, just kind of take a look around and see all the good things they've done to their shop and their office, and ask about getting some repairs done, getting your car checked out before you go on vacation, which will be coming up soon. Callaway Agribest Feeds, right behind the community building, and they've got, of course, all sorts of animal feeds, but they also have some sea salt and some gloves and different things in the store that you can shop for. RTA's Hardware, we mentioned, sold us the buckets that we made the registration buckets out of. They got about everything there. Gateway Motors. Now, Gateway Motors, Brent, help me here. They have Jeeps. They have Mopower. They have Chevys. They got a lot of different things going on there, different selections, and a huge inventory of pickups. Mm-hmm. And now you can see them across the way. They purchased the property across from Gateway, just a little bit to the east, and it is full of all kinds of units. The inventory is good right now, but they're going fast. Everybody's thinking, well, maybe I should get me an automobile before the tariffs kick in. Talk to them about it. The grocery cart, open 7 days a week, every day for your convenience, and they're doing their very best to give you some sale items each and every week and everyday low prices at the grocery cart. And the garden center was in there this past weekend. Man, it was crazy in there.
Yeah.
We thought the PTA was picking up their flowers. There were so many people there. I know they do that.
Yeah.
I think that's this weekend.
Is it?
And Joan said to Ryan and Liz, must be the PTA day. And they say, no, this is just people who want to start digging in the dirt. That's the garden center just off Highway 2. Turn at the dollar store out on the east end of town, and you'll get right to it. Carl at the Sargent Market, another registration point. That store just amazes me. If you walk into it, blink your eyes, you think you're maybe in Lincoln. It's a really nice store. It's big. They got a lot of things there and great prices. I think we covered them. You want to play the game?
We can. Let's do that right now. Here we go. Mother's Day is coming up, of course, this weekend.
Oh, Mother's Day's this weekend?
It is this weekend. I hope you're prepared.
Well, I got to get a card or two then. Maybe some flowers. I don't know.
All right. Well, Mother's Day is approaching, so we're going to test your knowledge about these moms and their families who were featured on classic television shows. Here's your question for today. This animated mom had all she needed at her fingertips, including her robot housekeeper. Who was this futuristic female? Your choices are Rosie Jetson, Jane Jetson, Julie Jetson, or Jasmine Jetson. This animated mom had all she needed at her fingertips, including her robot housekeeper. Who was the futuristic female? Was it Rosie Jetson, Jane Jetson, Julie Jetson, or Jasmine Jetson? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
You almost made it. The phone's ringing. We'll pick it up. It's Tumbleweed Day, so it'll be a Tumbleweed prize.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Looking for a great way to celebrate Mom this Mother's Day? Take her to enjoy a delicious lunch buffet at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, featuring delicious home-cooked foods just like she makes. Some options include beef brisket, large shrimp, baked steak, and ham, along with salad bar and dessert. If you can't make it to the buffet that starts at 11, remember, Cracker Jack's is open on the west end of the building in the evening starting at 5. Happy Mother's Day from the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack's Sports Bar and Grill in Broken Bow.
We have Dawn on the line. Good morning, Dawn. How are you?
Good morning. Good. How are you?
Oh, not too darn bad. Here's Brent with your question.
Okay, Don, this animated mom had all she needed at her fingertips, including her robot housekeeper. Who was it? Was it Rosie Jetson, Jane Jetson, Julie Jetson? Yes, it was Jane. Way to go. You got it, Dawn, and because you've answered correctly, we'll put your name on a certificate that'll get you a free food item at Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill here in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Have a good day. We'll be right back with Logan Gerardin from Arrow Seed. Who knows what could happen next?
Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Are you or someone you know struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or other mental health challenges? Do you wonder where you can get help and support locally? An online list is ready and available for you that includes local, trained, caring mental health providers. Visit mhpcc.org. Mental health providers and services available in Custer County can be found quickly and easily at mhpcc.org.
Start your day right or keep it rolling strong at Howdy Coffee in Broken Bow. Dive into breakfast favorites like the egg scramble or breakfast sandwiches with their signature kolache dough made in-house daily. Check out their newly added lunch menu featuring the chicken bacon ranch, French dip, and Philly sandwiches. And for your sweet treat, go with delicious cronuts. Open Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 4:30, and weekdays, 7 to 4. Satisfy your breakfast, lunch, and cravings beyond at Howdy Coffee on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
It is about 10 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock. If you're thinking, I better get to work at 8, you've got about 9 minutes now. Logan Gerardin is here from Arrow Seed here in Broken Bow. Logan, how you doing?
Oh, not terrible.
What's wrong, buddy?
So I saw the saddest thing this morning in my flower bed. So tulips right now are starting to bloom.
Sure.
And saw this little tulip trying to ride a bike. And poor little guy just couldn't do it because he lost his pedals.
Oh man, that is a bad one, Logan. I'm gonna rank that right up there.
So other than that, it's been pretty good. It's gardening season, so can't complain.
Sorry. Oh gosh, yes, it is gardening season. We're all kind of chomping at the bit that the nights are finally staying in the upper 30s and low 40s rather than last weekend. It got down to 29 degrees about 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, I think it was.
Yep.
And not a long time. It didn't last a long time, but it
Just
got down there.
Long enough.
Yeah, long enough is right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've been getting my gardening playlist ready to go on my iPod so I can jam out when I'm gardening.
And what would some of the songs be?
One of them actually just came out not too long ago. It's My Beat Will Grow On by Celine Dijon.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Anything else?
So, no, I mean that's a pretty good one. And,
Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Yeah.
You listening to that?
There's that
there you
one. Too Much Time on My Hands.
Ah.
Stuff like that. Just really gets you in the mood.
You want to take over this interview?
Let's go to lawns. You want to start there or kind of get going there?
We can.
All right.
We can.
Do you have something on your list? Where do you want to start?
I do. So it has to tie in with gardening.
All right.
It's garden time.
Okay.
And there's nothing better than gardening. But if anybody is like me, you start the gardening season out like this is it's gonna be the Garden of Eden down here. It's gonna look beautiful, gonna be awesome, and then it turns into the Garden of Weeden.
Yeah. No kidding.
And we have stuff for that. We have preen.
Preen.
Preen is a weed killer, like a weed barrier basically. So if you already have established plants, you can put preen around them. It doesn't hurt the plants, but it keeps other stuff from coming up.
Okay, so gosh, that could save you from doing some weeding and or having to throw grass clippings on the yard or on the garden. Which sometimes
sometimes it's beneficial, but sometimes depending on what your fertilizer regimen is, can be a little bit harmful.
Yeah, and sometimes there's the moisture kind of turns on the inside of that grass, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so this is preen, and you just apply it around the plants.
Yeah, and so a lot of people use it in their flower bed in combination with mulch.
Oh.
The mulch gives that aesthetic, pleasing look to it, and then the preen keeps the weeds from finding little spots in the mulch.
Yeah, which happens.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, even when you put the plastic down, they'll get their way through.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can still use it. On a garden too.
On a garden, all right.
And then we did get some sweet potatoes in. Isn't there another song out there, something about a sweet potato pie?
There is, yeah.
Yep.
So you can put that on your playlist.
So yeah, you can have that on your playlist too. We also got onion plants in. And let me tell you, I was excited when they came in. I was so excited I wet my plants.
Oh, wow.
So,
I'm done.
So
Go ahead, Brent.
So we got the onion plants in.
Good.
And it really just brought a tear to my eye.
I was just going to ask you if it did that.
Yep. We got 2 new varieties in.
Okay. What do you have?
So we got Patterson's.
Right.
And I don't know if anybody knows Lucille Wolford, but she is, I would say her and Walt they're a dual master gardening couple.
Mm-hmm.
And she swears by these Pattersons. They are one of the best storage onions. 8 to 10 month storage if you're looking for a storage onion. So we got those in. They're a very sweet, just a good onion.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Highlander as well, which wasn't Highlander a TV show back in the day?
It was. It was actually a movie to start. Yeah, Sean Connery was in the first one.
But then later it was a series, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
And it must have been good enough they named an onion.
There you go.
After it.
So does it come from Scotland?
That I don't know, but for the sake of the story, we'll go with yes.
Oh, right, cool.
And those are a jumbo size.
Ah.
So those are the big, like baseball, softball size
Mm-hmm.
onion that you could make a bloomin' onion if you want to, or you don't cut it all the way through and then you dip it and fry it and good appetizer. But those are an extra early maturity, so those are going to have really, really quick growth. And those would make really good, I guess what I would call like a sweet onion dip or maybe a French onion soup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they will store for around 4 months. So
those big ones are kind of nice just to slice and lay on a hamburger too, aren't they?
I was just going to say, lay them on a hamburger raw, saute them with some mushrooms, put them on a steak.
Yeah.
There's lots of options there. Lots of options.
I think as gardeners, we should grow more onions. A lot of people, I forget, I haven't grown onions I don't think since I was a kid with my folks' garden. Yeah. And there's, like you say, you can store them quite a long time. So
I mean, you do onions, it's pretty appealing. So,
it is that, yes.
It's just one of those things. But so the other cool thing is when you grow all this stuff and store it, you can eat over the wintertime like a king. And there's nothing better than that.
And you know where it came from.
Exactly.
And you also know what it cost.
Yep.
Not very much.
Yep. And if you grow some cucumbers along with your onions, slice them up, a little bit of vinegar on them, a little bit of salt and pepper.
You guys go ahead.
Oof.
Nothing better.
Nothing better.
No.
Nothing better.
I'll eat the onion or the cucumber, but neither with vinegar.
So here's a serious question. Have you guys ever made a deluxe BLT?
What makes it deluxe?
So you got your bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Mm-hmm.
Throw a little bit of cucumber on there. Throw a little bit of onion on there.
Oh.
Just takes it to that next level.
I have to try that.
If you really want to, a little bit of pepper jack cheese on there. Melt it.
I've done that. Yeah.
But the cucumber and onion, it just kind of gives it that extra oomph.
Okay. So that would be a BCOLT.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My head is spinning.
But they're good.
A B Colt.
A B Colt.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh.
So yeah.
Do you dribble a little vinegar on it?
Ooh, a little red wine vinegar on there.
Yeah.
You're onto something.
See?
You're onto something. And for Dave, he could drizzle a little bit of ranch on there.
Yeah, sure.
That sounds good.
A little bit of ranch seasoning. Oh yeah. This time of year, like going into summer, there's just something about it.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Yeah, it's a great time of year.
It is.
Great goals to have to raise those foods that you can use like that. I mean, yeah. Lawns. Do you want to talk about lawns real quick?
Kind of.
You still want to talk gardens?
Do you want to wait and talk about the lawns after it rains, if it ever does?
Yeah. Yeah, lawns are looking kind of rough in some areas right now due to lack of water, just like the fields are. But
the dandelions seem to be really loving the weather conditions, though.
Even though the grass might not be growing super fast, the weeds and other undesirable plants sure are growing real fast.
My granddaughter, bless her heart, she was over the other day and she says, "Pappy, you got sunflowers growing." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that."
They probably blew in from Dave's yard.
No, I don't think so.
Well, they are pretty for just a little while.
Yeah, a little bit.
But then they start spreading their seeds.
Do you have a dandelion weeding service too, Dave?
Dandelion weeding service? No, I do not.
I think you should probably start one.
I have a customer in mind.
Yeah.
But no, lawns are, they're going to take a little bit of doing to make them look good this spring. It's just nature of the weather that we've had, which hasn't been very good.
Kind of refresh this again real quick, if you wouldn't. For those who have the automatic underground sprinkler systems, we've talked about this before, but I always get it turned around. And when's the best time to water? When even with a hose and a sprinkler, day, night, early morning, afternoon. What's the?
So you want to catch it before all of it evaporates. So the most effective would be overnight, and do a deep, really fill that soil profile up, so those plants can use that water throughout the heat of the day, versus trying to water them in the heat of the day where they're not going to capture as much of that water.
Yeah,
it's just more efficient.
Okay. And we haven't had real hot weather yet, but it's coming, and that's just something to keep in mind.
Yep. And I did hear a report. We started out one of the top 10 driest springs since the late 80s, I think is what it said.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. We got out our weather charts, and what would we have? Maybe 2 inches so far this year, January, February, March.
Yeah, including the snowfall.
Yeah.
That we got, We
got 20 hundredths here now in this month, so we're over 2 inches, but not very much.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty
we haven't
dry.
had a month hit an inch, right? I mean,
not this year.
No month has hit even an inch for a month.
I don't believe so. Pushing it one of those months, but with snow, it's kind of hard to tell what you get.
Right.
Too. So.
Yep. So yeah, it's shaping up to be a challenging year.
Yes.
From both the homeowner side and the ag side.
Sure is. Well, if you can get the water on it, do that, and
yes.
Of course use your 5-step program you can implement as long as you have water.
Yep, and we're still the pre-emergent's still going out.
Okay.
There's still time for that to go on.
All right. Still looking for help?
We are. We're actively seeking and looking and begging and pleading and.
Well, join the club, huh?
Yep.
Everybody seems to be doing that, but this is in the store, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay,
This is up front in the retail store.
Okay. So you probably have to lift some things, but you're not like out in the warehouse part of it.
No. I mean, loading customers would be
going to have
about
to do
it,
that.
but,
so
it'd be mainly taking care of the retail side of things.
Okay. Come see you.
Or Jim. Or Trevor. Or just come see us.
Come and talk about a job.
Just come in.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Pick up some onions.
Yeah. And while you're there, pick up some onions, pick up some seed potatoes, some sweet potatoes, some garden seeds, bird seeds if you want to grow birds, get some bird seed.
Okay. Let's see this in from Gene. Love the puns. Okay, well, you've got one fan out there, Logan.
Yes. I can retire now.
I don't think you will.
No.
Arrow Seed open 5.5 days a week in downtown Broken Bow. Thanks, Logan.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Today at the White House, Canada's Prime Minister is meeting with President Trump. A 25% import tariff on goods from Canada not covered by the USMCA trade agreement went into effect March 4th. CBS's Natalie Brand.
President Trump, when asked about this meeting yesterday, said he doesn't really know what he wants to talk about, but assumes he wants to make a deal.
More delays at Newark Liberty Airport. Newark's flight schedule has been a mess since last week when air traffic controller screens allegedly went dark for 90 seconds. Travelers like Cindy Riga keep waiting.
We haven't made it a priority, and with the amount of travel that happens in our country, it should be a priority.
Overseas into the Vatican. Staff are putting their hand on the Bible as they take their oath under the watchful eyes of the cardinals. It is mandatory so that no word gets out on the Pope voting process. CBS News Brief. I'm Matt Piper.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road. I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KTIV, a Norfolk man is in jail after police say he shot another man outside a home early Sunday morning. Police were called to a home in the 400 block of Blaine Street around 2 a.m. Sunday after receiving reports about a man shooting a firearm at another man. When police arrived, they found a man with a gunshot wound to the right ribs near the 700 block of Logan Avenue. That man, who has not been yet identified by police, was taken to an area hospital. His condition is unknown at this time. Jose Luis Lopez Jr., age 23, of Norfolk, was later identified as the shooter after police reviewed the video of the incident. Police say the video shows the victim knocking on the door of a residence where he was met with Lopez, who opened the door and fired a shot above the victim's head. An argument began, and then Lopez shot the victim in the right rib area. The victim and a female who lives at the residence were in a prior relationship. Lopez was arrested by Norfolk police and is facing several charges, including first-degree assault. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
In the late-night ball game, the A's at home in 11 innings beat Seattle 7-6. St. Louis sent Pittsburgh to a fifth straight loss, 6-3. The Mets got home runs from Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor and won their game 5-4 at Arizona. Kansas City and the Dodgers with wins. San Diego won its sixth straight, got 4 runs in the eighth in the rain to beat the Yankees 4-3 in New York. Cleveland at Washington was rained out. They'll play a doubleheader Tuesday. The NBA Coach of the Year is Cleveland's Kenny Atkinson. Utah gave Coach Will Hardy an extension through 2031. Road wins in the NBA's second-round openers on Monday. New York in overtime won at Boston 108-105, even though the Knicks trailed by 20 in the third quarter. The Celtics from three-point range, 15 of 60. Denver won at Oklahoma City 121-119. Late three-pointer from Aaron Gordon. NHL, Toronto beat Florida 5-4.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies expected today with daytime highs approaching 77. Winds out of the east, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected tonight, slight chance of rain showers. Lows dip down to about 48. Cloudy skies expected tomorrow, slight chance for showers, 73. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Your friends at the Callaway District Hospital, as well as the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, are always striving for excellence. Reserve a ride with their public transit service. Learn about their specialty clinics, explore careers, and connect with them at CallawayHospital.org.
It is 9 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's go outside with Jack Simpson and find out what it really feels like. Jack?
Well, good morning. It's 49 degrees outside under a sunny skies with calm winds out of the west. Barometric pressure at 30.05 with humidity at 80%. It's a beautiful feeling morning. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month at 20 hundredths. High yesterday of 77, overnight low of 39. Sunrise today was at 6:29. Sunset today 8:41.
What was that noise, Jack? Is that a goose?
No, we got some turkeys out here.
Oh, turkeys. Oh, wow. Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Are they a whole
how close
flock?
How close can you get to them?
How close can I get to them?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll get closer, I guess. See if they get mad at me. Nope. They're
usually.
chilling.
Oh, wow. Man, he's getting super close. Wow. That's amazing.
Turkeys, I don't
Usually
believe
they take off and run away.
Yeah, they do on the ranch. I used to let Harley out and chase them all around the yard and got to round them up sometimes. It's kind of funny to watch.
Well, we've never had turkeys, that I'm aware of, this close to the building since we removed the trees for sure. So,
yeah.
Well, thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Live turkeys live on the breakfast show.
There you go.
That's what it feels like out there.
Yeah, you don't get a current condition report like that in the big city.
No way. No way. We've got it all. Excuse me.
You okay?
I'm all right.
By the way, if you're just tuning in, watching us on Facebook this morning, Dave has gone dark.
I have, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's great. If somebody was trying to punish me for something, thank you.
Yeah.
Trying to black me out.
I'm going
to
look at the camera later. I think we can get the picture back.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
It's fine. Don't worry. Hey, it's another body part song day.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And again, you'll have to help me.
You going to stay with heart? Or you going to move on from heart? You're just going to do 1 day of heart songs?
1 day of heart.
Just 1 day of heart?
We're doing just 1 day of body parts each.
Oh, okay. All right.
So today it's your head.
Aha. Okay.
So we're going to celebrate a very important part of your body. Well, in most cases, your head.
Okay.
Sometimes if your head's like mine, it doesn't feel like it's even connected to the body. But hopefully yours is. So it's head day.
Okay.
Breakfast show, and it's head day. Yes, it's a body part. There's a lot of things attached to it. We got the lips, the nose, the ears, the eyes. But today we're just going with the head.
You going to play Hold Your Head Up? That's the one that came to my mind immediately.
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
I've got it pulled up already to go.
All right. I kind of thought maybe you had.
Now, I don't know how many country songs there are about head, but we're going to find out. We'll dive into those a little bit later on.
I don't know.
Some of them, there's a lot of groups, like Big Head Todd,
Yeah.
and those that have head in the actual group's name.
Wasn't there a song, Bang Your Head? Bang Your Head.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have that one in our list or not, but we'll play some more music for you. We got a few other things we want to tell you about. Mark Stock will be coming up here towards the bottom of the hour, and don't forget, today we're going to be also giving you a chance to text in and get registered for the beef prizes for May, and there are goodies.
They are, yes, good prizes.
Today is Tuesday, so as we mentioned, it's National Nurses Day and the start of Nurses Week. Also, the Broken Bow Food Pantry is open today from 1 until 3 at 1100 South 6th Avenue. And tomorrow, let's talk about tomorrow real quick. Blood Drive, Loop City Community Center, 11 a.m. until 5 p.m., and a blood drive tomorrow here in Broken Bow at the Municipal Building from 1 until 6. And another blood drive on Thursday at the Custer Christian School here in Broken Bow from 10:30 until 4:30. So that's all coming up as far as your opportunity to make that life-saving donation. Now, you mentioned you're not covering any sports today, but this week, I should say, but there's a lot of sports going on, and pretty soon district track comes up. That's next week.
District track is next week, yep. Yeah, we'll be going out to a couple of different places. We'll tell you more about that once we get plans all organized and put together. But, yeah, we'll be covering district track next week. And then, later in the month, we'll be going to Omaha for state track. A couple of big track meets today. Broken Bow will be among those competing at the COSAD Invite. I think it's their final tune-up before districts next week. And a big meet in Sutherland today. It's Best of the Midwest. Some of you might be familiar with that. Some of our area athletes have qualified and will be competing in that later today in Sutherland. So best of luck to them. Boys golf going on, full swing. You like that? See,
yep.
Logan's rubbing off on me. Best of luck to all of our boys golf teams through the course of the week. They'll have districts coming up later in the month and state as well. So here we go. We're kind of coming toward the end all of a sudden of the spring sports season.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back with another song about our heads.
All right.
Next.
When it comes to a stroke, a quick response is critical. A stroke is always a medical emergency. If you're concerned someone may be having a stroke, Melham Medical Center wants you to remember the B FAST acronym. B for balance issues, E for eye problems, then FAST, F for drooping features, A for arm or leg weakness, S for speech difficulty, and T for time. Time is of the essence. Visit our website at melham.org to learn more about how we can help you stay healthy, active, and strong.
May is Beef Month, and we're celebrating big. Win a quarter of beef, a 7 cubic foot freezer, and 3 bold bearded hog barbecue seasonings in our grand prize giveaway. Second and third place snag an 8-pound prime rib and savory steer seasoning. Register all May at participating local businesses or by tuning in to The Breakfast Show. Get full contest details at sandhillsexpress.com. Don't wait. Beef up your chances to win today.
ZZ Top, My Heads in Mississippi.
KCNI, KBBN.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Power Solutions is your one-stop diesel shop. Efficient and reliable work you can count on. From fixing major breakdowns to simple repairs or picking up parts needed. Power Solutions is here to keep your diesel pickups and trucks on the road. From in-house repairs to field calls, they are here supporting our local area. Power Solutions, located 2 miles east of Broken Bow, Nebraska on Highway 2. 308-872-5522.
All right, it's 8:25. We're going to get Mark Stock in here in just a little bit and have him tell you what's going on with Big Iron. Brent?
Yes, Dave?
You know, over the years we've had little things happen out here at the radio station. We are out in the country after all.
Yeah.
And we've had different varmints and so forth, from coons to possums to mice to reptiles.
Mm-hmm.
We even had a snake inside the station a few years ago that I killed one early morning beside the transmitter. And it was a blue racer snake, which I felt bad about killing, but once I started, I didn't.
Yeah. I was happy you killed it. Yeek.
But now,
don't like snakes.
You want to just bring about the issue that was just presented to us a moment ago. Tina was just in with a picture.
Yeah, it was a picture of a humongous snake that apparently is kind of making its home out in the back area. Well, pretty much where we park our vehicles. And so I believe that Jack went out and got the vehicles for the girls and pulled them out front. And now they're looking for someone who will park them for them when they are done with them later in the day. And that's probably not going to be me.
You're not going to volunteer?
No. I don't like snakes. I'm better than I used to be. Yeah. I'm better than I used to be, but not a big fan. This picture they showed us, that's a big snake, man.
At least the picture makes it look big, but it did look big.
Yes, yes, big.
Now, there are folks with bull snakes who don't bother them. They leave them alone.
Well, sure, they do some good things.
Because they do some good things. Yeah. They'll catch mice and rodents and so forth that are digging around the edges of, this is a cement structure, and mice and so forth will dig alongside the building and make little homes right underneath the cement slab, and I imagine that's enticing for a snake to just check out the area.
Yeah.
So now, yes, the girls will not be getting the cars in or out of the carport the rest of the summer.
So get ready for phone calls, folks. They'll be working inside if nobody goes out and gets the vehicle. I think we can count on Jack to do it, though. Jack. I think Jack is. I think Jack likes snakes.
He says he does, but
yeah.
Now I don't know if I can go ahead and tell you this now.
Yes.
Because last year. I don't know if we told the girls, but they're right. The cement slab that you walk out onto, the little slab right out the back door.
Yeah.
Well, there was a little hole just a little ways right next to that. And there was a snake that was there.
Oh, nice.
And Jack grabbed its tail, but it got away from him and went down into that hole.
Oh.
Now, maybe that, I don't know if that was a bull. I really don't know what kind of snake it was.
I see.
But Jack, he tried to grab it.
Yeah.
And he didn't, snakes are fast. And it went down the hole. So that was evidently its home.
Yeah. Well, he must like snakes. I mean, if he actually went after it to try to grab it, I guarantee you, speaking as a person who does not like snakes, I wouldn't be doing that.
This wasn't a very big snake.
Oh.
So it was small enough to go down that little hole, but it was right beside the back door.
Great.
Cement. I don't think we ever told the girls that because we figured if we did, they'd never go get their cars. Now we got a big snake that's settled that question.
Yeah.
It's a wild frontier out here.
It is.
Yeah.
It's amazing the things you have to deal with as owner-operator. I tell you what, man.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I'm not going to do.
What's that?
Is what Bob Bowles and I did years ago, and that was we don't have a trailer house anymore, thank goodness. But I would not crawl underneath the trailer house to try to get a dead snake out of there.
I remember you guys crawling underneath the trailer house to, I think it was to pull out a dead possum, which was just stinking up the joint.
Yes.
Around here.
As you remember the story, though, when we got clear down to the far end, in the corner, there was some dead ones there, but there was also a live possum there. And
You've never seen two people scramble out from underneath a trailer house quicker than Dave and Bob on that particular day.
Well, when you see a possum, who are, to me, one of the homeliest animals in the world, and they got them little beady eyes, and they show their teeth and hiss, you can move pretty fast in the army crawl, I can tell you that right now. Well, we don't expect our ladies to go out and do anything like that.
Sometimes you just got to step up, and I'm saying this to myself. Sometimes you just got to step up and be a man.
Or a lady.
Well,
and I think if we give them each a hoe, they can go out and get the cars.
Congratulations to the bright, determined seniors of the area from Barney Pharmacy. It's time to celebrate. Not only the graduates, but the mothers as well. Shop beautiful jewelry from Norell and Montana Silversmith. Gifts and decor 20% off. If you want to add something sweet to your gift, Russell Stover and Baker's Chocolates as well as gourmet popcorn are 10% off. Don't forget free gift wrap and a card. They have a great selection for Mother's Day and graduation. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Saturdays, 8:30 to 12:30. Barney Pharmacy, Broken Bow.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We guarantee you the very best exposure in marketing your property, averaging over 40,000 visitors per month to our website. This market is hot, but if you want a premium for your farm, ranch, or recreational land, you need your property to be able to be found by investors and buyers. If you are thinking about selling, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis and check us out at lashleyland.com.
We're back. This is Christine Moniger, and on behalf of all of us at Culligan Water Conditioning, I have some great news. We have officially moved back to our original location at 214 South 5th Avenue, right here in Broken Bow. It's been nearly 10 months since the storm tried to wash us out, and while the rebuilding process wasn't always smooth, we made it through, thanks to the incredible support, patience, and encouragement from our customers, our community, our friends, and our family. There is a new roof, the doors are open, the lights are on, and we're home, right where we belong, and we are ready to continue doing what we do best, delivering dependable water solutions and the trusted service you've always counted on. We're back, and we're not going anywhere. Stop by and see us at 214 South 5th Avenue. Culligan, better water starts here.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Mark Stock here with Big Iron Auction Company, and today is the day. Premium machinery selling with no reserve to the highest bidder starting at 10 o'clock this morning. Late model John Deere machinery, including a 2024 John Deere 412R sprayer, only 392 hours. There's engine warranty until March of 26. There's a powertrain warranty until March of 28. There's a 2020 John Deere 9570 RT tractor. This machine's got 1,094 hours. A 2023 John Deere 8R310 tractor with only 194 hours. There's warranty until February 26 on this machine. 2021 John Deere 8RX 410 tractor with 1,600 hours. A 2023 Fendt 937H sprayer, only 742 hours. A 2022 John Deere 410R sprayer, 456 hours powertrain warranty until October of 26. Also a John Deere R4045 dry fertilizer spreader. Also a 2023 John Deere 412R sprayer, 322 hours with warranty on this machine. Numerous late model tractors, a John Deere 8400R mechanical front tractor, a John Deere 8345R, also a John Deere 9560 RT track tractor. There's John Deere 4038 self-propelled sprayers, John Deere 4045 self-propelled sprayers, John Deere 9530T track tractors. Also a John Deere DB60 24-row 30 planter. If you need a John Deere Starfire 6000 or 3000 receiver, those are selling today. Once again, 10 o'clock is when these items start. Contact the Big Iron rep for this late model John Deere machinery auction. That is today. First items start to close at 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow, 17 states will be selling equipment on the Big Iron platform. That's where you can find the best described equipment selling with no reserve. Featured sellers include Hardenberger Farms from Haddam, Kansas, Yvonne West from Hammond, Oklahoma. Stoats Equipment from Bird Island, Minnesota is selling a 2024 John Deere F350R front mount mower conditioner and also the John Deere R990R rear mount mower conditioner. Wesley Bickle is from Mercer, Missouri. They're selling a Tempty Super Hopper grain trailer and International Day Cab semi-truck, Kenworth, and Freightliner semi-trucks. William Sadoff is retiring. He's by Napanee, Nebraska. Tyler Lindstrom, the Big Iron rep. They're selling a Ford 7710 tractor with a grapple fork and a loader, an Artsway 425 grinder mixer Westendorf loader. There's a Lucknow Feed Pro 360 single axle feed wagon, several Patriot creep feeders, a Brent grain cart, a New Holland CR 960 combine. They have a Titan 24-foot gooseneck livestock trailer and many more items. In Sunnyside, Washington, there's a 2017 John Deere 5100 GN mechanical front tractor with only 1,493 hours. That's a very cute open station tractor. James Rogie is from Blair, Nebraska. They're selling a 2020 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 heavy-duty 4x4 dually pickup. They also have a Kelly Ryan manure spreader and a New Holland 271 Hayliner small square baler, plus a portable tailgate barbecue smoker. John Kummerfeld is from Durant, Iowa. They'll be selling 26 items. The Otto E. Luking Jr. Estate Sale in Yuma, Colorado features 97 items, late model Case IH equipment, a 2021 Case IH 7250 combine, Case IH Steiger 400 four-wheel drive tractor. There's a Crustbuster 4740 drill, a Blue Jet applicator bar, a Circle D gooseneck livestock trailer. They got a Quinstar Fallow Master, a big strip till machine from Uniferth is selling, Bearcat grinder mixer. It's the 950 series, a Brent 874 grain cart. A very big auction for this estate selling in Yuma, Colorado on Wednesday. And Starland LLC in Menno, South Dakota features a self-contained shipping container home. It's a 2024 year model. They also have some Wolverine 72-inch skid steer brush cutters and 84-inch skid steer ripper attachments. Also a skid steer tree shear with a grapple. It's a 2024 year model. These items selling out of South Dakota. And Terry Smith is in Kansas. They'll be selling a Case IH 3594 mechanical front tractor. They also have a pair of John Deere rear fenders. And if you need lawn and garden equipment, we sell that on Big Iron as well. Always represented, always with video footage of the machines operating. The best described equipment selling in North America is on the Big Iron platform. Hats off to all of our field reps. They do an outstanding job of representing the equipment from the owners, and we proudly put the owner's name and their phone number on every item, and the Big Iron rep's name is listed there as well, so you can call them and get comfortable with the item that you want to purchase. And the equipment keeps rolling in, so we have auctions every week. And if you want to get your equipment listed and sold on a Big Iron auction where your machines will be exposed to more bidders and buyers than any other auction company in North America, it all starts with a phone call to 1-800-937-3558 or call me personally on my cell phone, 402-276-2077. I'd be happy to sit down and visit with you and talk to you about how Big Iron can maximize the value of your equipment, your construction equipment, your ag equipment, your vehicles. Also, we can sit down and talk about how we can sell your real estate, even your livestock, on Big Iron. Thank you very much. We appreciate your business. This is Mark Stock, 402-276-2077. Have a great day.
Hey, this is Andrew from Rise Rehab and Performance. It's that time of year we want to get out and enjoy the nice weather. Walking, running, yard work, gardening. Whatever the case, that increased activity unfortunately means some of us are going to have some troubles. Foot pain, hip pain, low back pain, hopefully not all of it. But at Rise Rehab and Performance, we're set up to help you out. We can get you back active and enjoying this nice weather. So come visit us on West Highway 2 or call us at 872-5800.
It's time to celebrate all the moms, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-great-grand. Okay, you get the idea. Geared for Sports invites you through the doors to save 25% on all women's apparel and shoes. Even socks and water bottles are included, so make a list of all the moms you know and get them some great gear as we head into the beautiful weather season. Maybe a new Under Armour shirt or a new pair of shoes. Happy Mother's Day from Geared for Sports. Shop and save 25% on women's apparel right now on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
When severe weather occurs, the outcomes can be devastating. Ranky understands cleaning up and returning to normal can be a long process. The trained personnel at Central Nebraska Diesel are ready to assist you in getting your irrigation system back in running order. With a variety of services available, equipment and repair parts, Central Nebraska Diesel can provide the help you need. Working together with Central Nebraska Diesel and Ranky will ensure your irrigation needs are met. Contact Central Nebraska Diesel, your local Ranky dealer, and see what they can do for you.
It is 8:44. We will be giving you a chance before we close the show to text in and get yourself registered for our beef prize or prizes for May, so be listening for that. We are celebrating a body part today with music. We've been doing body parts, and have we done feet yet? I don't think we've done feet yet either.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we should write I said this the other day,
Yeah,
but we didn't write them down, so now we're kind of lost.
Probably fingers.
Fingers, yeah,
right?
We got those yet.
I think there's some songs
and
about fingers, aren't there?
I'm sure there are. We've done hands.
Yes, we have.
We haven't done appendix or gallbladders. We did do heart yesterday.
Yeah.
We're doing heads today.
What about just thumb? Aren't
there might be some thumb
The
songs.
Rolling Stones, right? Under My Thumb.
Under My Thumb? Oh, that would be a good one. By the way, there is a song by Foreigner called Head Games that we didn't get worked in because we're into the country now. So sorry, Will.
We're going to hear about that.
Yeah.
We didn't play Foreigner.
We'll catch you next time, buddy. This is Cole Swindell, and she had me at Heads, Carolina.
There you go.
Heads, Carolina. We're celebrating heads today. That's kind of weird. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Jack, tomorrow, let's find out if you can go out back with your microphone and do the current conditions and see whether the mic will reach I'm not sure it will, going past the transmitter and so forth, but you could also do a snake check for us tomorrow. That's a pretty good-sized snake in that picture. Did you see it? You didn't see it? It's a biggie. It's a big old bull snake.
Oh, Jack hasn't seen a picture of it yet.
Oh, you're elected to go out and get the cars every morning for the girls. Your thumbs up on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say you do it once. In fact, you better be careful, Jack. It may become a daily routine whether there's a snake back there or not.
Well, winter we'll bring the cars out front because we don't want to get them snowed in back there.
Yes. Yeah.
Think of a nice name for that bull snake. Maybe we'll make it our friend. And Jack's up for that. He doesn't kill snakes. He enjoys them. So we're lucky that way. So think of a name, and tomorrow, and we could run a mic cord all the way out if we had to. But it might look like a snake, and the girls wouldn't come in this room.
Yeah, true.
All right. Coming up on Saturday, be your last chance for the free compost out at Adams Land and Cattle. They had 2 big days this past weekend. And this is the final day on Saturday to pick up that free compost at the South Lot entrance on Highway 21 outside of Broken Bow. And that is from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. this coming Saturday. What else you have over there, Brent?
Let's see. Circle V Stitch and Post, our good friend Velma, ready to go to work for you. Why settle for ordinary when you can have something extraordinary and truly unique at Circle V Stitching Post? Velma brings your ideas to life with top-quality custom embroidery. Maybe you want your farm name or brand on apparel. They can do that. Maybe it's school swag that you want. Whatever it is, Velma's got it or can get it. So check out her selection of things like cowhide coasters as well, rugs and table runners, personalized just for you. Maybe you've been invited to a baby shower coming up or a wedding or special occasion. Velma has great ideas and can create something unforgettable. Just a few things she does, things like afghans, aprons, personalized towels for a gift, or kids in sports. And don't forget she carries top-quality letter jackets personalized to fit your student's style. So skip the hassle of that online shopping and get custom quality at great prices right here in Broken Bow. Call Velma today at 872-6173, 872-6173, Circle V Stitch and Post.
We'll be right back.
Rise and shine.
All right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the May hours for the Secret Garden. They're open every day in May. Weekdays 11:30 to 4:30, Saturday 8:30 to 4:30, Sunday 1 to 4. The variety of annual plants and succulents are beautiful and ready to brighten any space, and they'd love to plant your pots for you. Don't forget you can check out the Secret Garden inventory online at thesecretgardenonline.com. And remember them for sympathy and memorial gifts too. Luke 1 verse 37 says, "For nothing will be impossible with God." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Still trying to think of a name for that bull snake. And something kind of original, Jack, because, not like Bill or Bob or something like we need something snappy, We could call him Rattler or something like that.
How about Go Away?
Go away, snake.
Leave us alone.
Well, I don't know. The folks who took the picture evidently don't mind snakes, or they might have took care of that for us, but they didn't. So,
they were probably smiling. Laughing like, oh boy,
the girls are going to have to go out there.
Can't wait to take a picture of this and show the girls.
That's what they did.
Yep.
They're getting in your head. Today about a very important part of our body, but we're trying to play songs about all parts. So who knows how long this will go. We'll come up with some more as we go along. Brent and Dave with you here on the show. Got just enough time if you want to talk about something else, Brent, if you have there.
Yeah, sure. Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Do you struggle with your hearing and or worry about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings? If so, stop in to see Roxanne at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. She can help, offering local and dependable service right here in Broken Bow. Extended discounts for new and returning patients for just staying local, and pricing available to fit all budgets. No need to travel outside the area. Roxanne will sell the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow and take care of all of your needs. So give her a call today to set up an appointment, 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852. You will find their office in the Broken Bow Chamber Building in downtown Broken Bow.
Just about a minute away from the top, where we'll have weather and news for you. Also hear from WinQuest Incorporated, a business that's been around for over 100 years. I cannot believe that. That is fantastic. Baseball. When's our first baseball coverage? I'm looking forward to the following the team this year.
We're still trying to kind of finalize some things, but probably going to pick up baseball in right at the beginning of June this year. We got a lot of things going on in May with state track kind of taking us, kind of toward the end of May this year. And then I hope it's okay, but Brent's going to go recharge his batteries for a little bit after state track. So once I get back from that, we'll dive into baseball, and we plan to do a little softball for you this year and try to feature the Spirit softball team a couple of times. So that'll be coming up in June.
That's going to be great. Thanks. Thank you, Brent. We'll check in on news next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Another round of severe storms could bring a lot of rain to parts of Texas and a series of strong rip currents and flooding along Gulf-facing beaches. CBS News meteorologist Rob Marciano.
3 to 4 to 5 to 6 inches of rain from Houston all the way to New Orleans into Mobile, Alabama. These areas could see flooding not just tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow and right on through Thursday and Friday.
The 133 Cardinals who will select a new pope start the voting process tomorrow. CBS's Mary Calvi is in Rome.
The Cardinals consider the top contenders are called the Papabili, the Italian word for popeable, and who will ultimately become the leader of the church is a subject on nearly everyone's mind here in Rome.
Still many questions after President Trump threatened levies of 100% for movies made outside the U.S.
Everybody's very worried. It's our bottom line. It's our industry. It's what we've always done. It's our passion. So if this comes to reality, then this could all just go away tomorrow.
Monique White produces films. CBS News Brief. I'm Matt Piper.
Oh, wow, honey, I love it. It's so beautiful and so sparkly.
Just like you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
I'll wear it every day. It goes with everything.
This Mother's Day, wow Mom with spirit-lifting, outfit-making, express your love jewelry. Shop jtv.com/mom for wow-worthy and budget-friendly styles.
I'm never taking it off.
Another wow factor? Sign up for JTV Text and get $30 off. If she loves jewelry, she'll love JTV.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen Report.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
In the late-night ball game, the A's at home in 11 innings beat Seattle 7-6. St. Louis sent Pittsburgh to a fifth straight loss, 6-3. The Mets got home runs from Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor and won their game 5-4 at Arizona. Kansas City and the Dodgers with wins. San Diego won its sixth straight, got 4 runs in the eighth in the rain to beat the Yankees 4-3 in New York. Cleveland at Washington was rained out. They'll play a doubleheader Tuesday. The NBA Coach of the Year is Cleveland's Kenny Atkinson. Robinson. Utah gave Coach Will Hardy an extension through 2031. Road wins in the NBA's second-round openers on Monday. New York in overtime won at Boston 108-105, even though the Knicks trailed by 20 in the third quarter. The Celtics from three-point range, 15 of 60. Denver won at Oklahoma City 121-119. Late three-pointer from Aaron Gordon. NHL, Toronto beat Florida 5-4.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies expected today with daytime highs approaching 77. Winds out of the east, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected tonight, slight chance of rain showers. Lows dip down to about 48. Cloudy skies expected tomorrow, slight chance for showers, 73. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Napa know-how.
Wenquist Incorporated, not just family-owned since 1925, family-owned and dedicated to the finest customer service since 1925. They're proud to be your local Napa connection in Broken Bow with a great stock of parts and tools for your projects. Visit them on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
It is 9:03 and 59 and sunny. Wind's not a factor so far today. Very nice morning out there. Very, very comfortable at this point. Yesterday's high was 77 and already 59 and sunny here at 9 o'clock on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Good to have you along. Looking at we looked at some birthdays earlier. There was a couple news stories I thought our listeners might be interested in.
Oh, okay.
And let me scroll down. I love this no video on my side. I'm going to ask...
Dave, again, if you're just tuning in to our Facebook live feed, Dave's camera has went dark that focuses in on him.
Yeah.
On the breakfast show.
I feel like I'm doing all radio again. None of this fancy dancy stuff. And you look great. So you're
Thanks, Dave.
You're young and handsome. That's good that you're there live video. I'm going to ask Jeremy when he comes back not to fix that, but just put my picture in there.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Just, some, and maybe an old picture. I don't have very many pictures being on the air back in the day, but I do have one.
Long as we don't go all the way back to my senior photo from high school. I don't want that surfacing again.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's take a look now, and we found a couple stories earlier that I thought might be of interest to you. And maybe scare you, actually. I'm not talking snakes here. I'm talking about broken wires that knocked out all communications and radar for air traffic controllers. We're having a lot of problems right now with having enough air traffic controllers. Very serious situation in some of the airports having big delays, as you've heard on our CBS News. So for 90 terrifying seconds last week, air traffic controllers in charge of jets over New York City were flying blind, literally. They lost radar and communications with every plane for a whole minute and a half, all because of an old fried wire. The FAA is demanding major upgrades, and those controllers were so traumatized, some have taken extended leaves, which has created even more shortages to control flights to and from Newark, and are being canceled left and right.
Wow.
We got a little problem here. Flying is, first of all, flying is great when you get point A to point B and, at 900 miles an hour or whatever they go. But the getting to the airport in time to have all the things checked in and make sure you're not a terrorist of some kind, going through all of that, getting your luggage, getting set up, get on the plane, sit there for quite a while before it takes off, get to the other place, hopefully your luggage arrives with you. All of those sorts of things make it somewhat of a hassle. It's not as fun to fly as it maybe once was. Before 9/11, certainly flying was much easier. But now we're starting to see some cracks like this, the infrastructure problems, shortage of help. It's kind of concerning.
A little bit,
yeah.
Yeah.
So the other story that I thought was amazing, I hope you find it amazing too.
Okay.
A woman has been missing for 60 years. missing.
Wow.
Now found alive and well. Cold case detectives in Wisconsin had a bit of a shock recently. They were assigned to a case of a woman named Audrey Bachberg, who had gone missing clear back in 1962. Assuming the worst, cops stumbled onto the woman's sister's Ancestry.com. That led them to an address where they found Bachberg herself alive and well. Turned out her disappearance was not a crime at all. She was a woman with 2 kids escaping domestic violence. Detectives spoke with her on the phone, and they say now that the 82-year-old has no regrets and is having a great life.
Wow.
Sad that it all started that way,
Uh-huh.
but it's great that she is still here.
Yes.
A couple stories there for you on The Breakfast Show. We're celebrating our human body here on The Breakfast Show, and we've been doing different parts. Today it's heads. And I got another head song for you.
Okay.
Diamond Rio, It's All in Your Head.
Ah.
On The Breakfast Show. There were so many songs about heads, or
Yeah.
something about heads. There's a bunch here.
Yeah, are there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's songs about chests.
I don't know.
We'll have to check into that.
Have we done legs yet?
No.
Don't think we've done legs.
We knew there'd be some leg songs.
Yep.
I don't know how.
And ZZ Top, obviously.
Yeah,
Legs.
Legs. Hot Legs.
Yes.
Rod Stewart.
Yeah. On the countryside, Dina Carter did a song, Did I Shave My Legs for This?
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, we have some more head songs for you before we close. Do you have anything else over there?
Yeah, we got one more thing. They are hiring at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow, located at 403 South First Avenue in Broken Bow, looking for a part-time cook and also looking for full-time housekeeping help. $100 sign-on bonus possible with each of those positions if filled. When it comes to the full-time employment at Off-Broadway, some of your benefits would include free Click healthcare membership, free dental and vision insurance, long-term disability and life insurance, PTO, and more. So come join a supportive and welcoming team dedicated to providing excellent care to their residents. If you're interested in either of those positions, contact Julie at 872-2522. 872-2522. You can also visit them in person at their facility to get an application. That is Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow, now hiring part-time cook and full-time housekeeping.
Thanks, Brent. We talked about this before, and it's kind of amazing to think that people are wanting to turn back the clock just a little bit on new cars. More car makers are bringing back physical knobs and buttons. We mentioned this here a while back, that turning the air conditioner on through a car's touchscreen makes drivers less focused on the road than if they were legally drunk or high.
Oh, wow.
So it's no wonder that 9 out of 10 drivers hate using those screens. And now the auto industry, as well as in Europe, is finally coming to its senses. Starting in January, car makers can only get top marks for safety if their vehicles have physical switches to control the wipers, turn signals, and hazard lights. And that includes all cars that they export to the U.S. So I guess maybe this is more of a European story right now, but I think the nature of this touchscreen is being questioned as far as safety goes now. I think you'll still see them. Maybe they'll just go back to some buttons for some of those essentials that they just mentioned, and maybe some others. I like the idea on newer cars that you can control the volume and channels from your steering wheel. And if you want to turn the radio up and down a little bit, you can do that without even reaching over, in my case, to a knob.
Yes.
Because the car we have still has knobs. But I would think that would be handy to leave included if you were turning your radio on with a touch screen. I like the idea too of, and maybe as a radio guy you would too, but if you have the free app and you can download that onto your car screen for KCNI or KBBN, you can just touch the app and you can get KCNI if you were in Oklahoma City. Or, you know, that's exciting to radio guys.
Yeah.
But how far they'll turn back the clock on knobs, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Anybody want the old hand crank windows back besides me?
I don't have a problem with them.
I loved them, especially when a storm's rolling in and you look out and you're like, oh, no, my window's down.
Yeah.
It just used to be just go out, you open, crank it up real quick.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't have to start
now
the car.
You go out, you're like, oh, no, the keys aren't in the car. Now I got to go find my keys. Now it starts raining. Now you get back. Then you put the key in. Then you roll the window up.
Yeah, you're right.
And is there a worse feeling than, let's say you're going to drop off a deposit or something at the bank, and you go to roll down the window, and the window won't move.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know. Just me. I like the old crank windows. I enjoyed those.
My wife rolled my head up in an electric window once.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I wish I could have. There a picture of that available?
I'll have
a video, maybe.
She should probably tell the story. I think that we were.
I assume it was an accident. Did she? She didn't do it on purpose, did she?
I don't know if she's trying to crush my head. Since we're talking about heads,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it did happen. I had to go,
Yeah.
John, please, you're get my head in there.
Oh, just the mental picture of that. That's going to make me smile all day.
Yes, it makes her smile too. Also, the roll-down windows
Yes.
are easier if you want to. You get out of the car and it's hot, and you go, I want to crack the window. And just so that, not any cats or anything can get in, but you leave a little crack so
Sure.
that you're going to have cross ventilations so the car won't get so hot while you're, working or whatever.
Yeah.
It's hard with an electric to get it set at least on mine. I have a hard time. It either goes all the way, I'll try to stop it and it goes all the way down, or
Yeah.
I'll
Yes.
fiddle
Yeah.
with it.
Know what you're saying, yeah.
Till you finally get just what you want. It takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
With roll downs, you just roll it down 2 cranks and you're good to go.
Yep.
I'm with you. One more head song, at least.
Okay.
This one's called Head Over Boots. Dressing to men.
Okay.
And so we're both men, right?
Yes.
Okay. The old cliche of women being miserable after divorce is a myth.
Oh.
A new Australian study found that women in their 40s and older were happier and more fulfilled once they kicked their spouse to the curb.
Oh.
In fact, within 3 to 4 years, the study shows they were just as happy as they were before they got married. Collecting data from nearly 5,000 women, they found something called the silver lining effect. Researchers say it's because the stigma of divorce is gone and women no longer feel shame. Plus, they have dating apps and tequila.
Oh, okay.
To their disposal.
All right. Well, good to know.
I'm glad we brought that up.
Yeah.
That's a study that probably needed some attention. Wow. Lady Gaga's Rio concert drew a world record crowd, even though the Brazilian police claim someone planned to blow up Lady Gaga's concert. That was pretty scary. They've caught him, and didn't scare the fans away. According to organizers, 2.5 million people flooded the beach to watch the free show.
Oh, wow.
That's saying something. They caught the people who were doing the threat. I can't remember. Joan was talking to me about this, and there was some cause or something that they were going to blow up people for. That's the world we live in nowadays.
Yeah.
All right, Brent. It's time to do the texting.
Okay. Time to get registrations for the Beef Month prizes.
Yes. Got to find my sheet. And I can do that because the camera's not on. I can fumble around, not feel like a dope. Let's see here. There's got 3 sheets on this, so bear with me, folks.
Okay.
All right. There's what we're going to be giving away, those great beef prizes. Here's the text number. And here's how it works. First and last name, please. And you have to answer the question.
All right.
Right? And then we'll give you 2 minutes and 42.2 seconds to text, because we're going to play another Head song by Loretta Lynn.
Oh, okay.
So that's coming up, and during that song, when we say go, you can start texting the answer to this question. Okay. We're missing Tuesday here for our questions, and Thursday. We're supposed to be doing this every day, aren't we?
I kind of thought so.
Yeah. We're reading the instructions here.
Okay.
The text in is brought to you by CarQuest of Broken Bow and Culligan. I had the question yesterday about Cinco de Mayo. What does Cinco mean?
Yes.
5. Then there's no Tuesday.
Oh.
But we'll just read Wednesdays.
Okay.
And we'll figure something out. Okay? Because this isn't related to the day. Oh, this is a good one.
All right.
What is the largest planet in our solar system?
Oh, okay.
What is the largest planet in our solar system is the question. Answer that question and include your first and last name. Text 308-870-0333. Starting now. Please discontinue your texting. The answer is Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like we're going every other day on our sheet here.
Okay.
And if you are saying, "Guy, why do you guys know what you're doing here?" I'm going to just explain to you that our station manager, Jeremy Shipe, has been doing something in radio that's very hard to do, especially since he's taking care of all of his duties and much of our news, because we are still short a news person. Hint, hint, if you're looking for a good job and can write.
Yeah.
But Jeremy was doing what anybody in radio, and I imagine many of you folks out there do the same thing, was going to take a little bit of time with his family. And so he was rushing around here yesterday trying to get everything done so he could spend some time with his family. And in radio, it's really difficult, and especially in Jeremy's situation with us being short of a news person. And so he's been doing multiple things. And we never really got to talk about this. He just left us the sheet. And I guess I was thinking we were going to be doing the trivia every day. Looks like we're going to be doing it every other day, so we'll skip tomorrow.
Yeah. But you can register any day and every day by dropping into the locations that have registration buckets available. So
That is
stop
right.
in and see these places.
In Ansley, Sun Valley Landscaping, Arcadia, Moshka's Building Center and Greenhouse, Arnold, A1 Auto Repair, Callaway Agribest Feeds, in Broken Bow, RTA's Hardware, Gateway Motors, the Grocery Cart, and the Garden Center, and in Sargent Corner Market. There are containers in all of those places all the time. When they're open, you can go in and get registered. And be sure and listen. Every other day, we'll be doing trivia with the texting.
Yeah.
Brought to you by CarQuest of Broken Bow and Culligan of Broken Bow. Actually, Jeremy did a great job of putting this all together. We just didn't get a chance to sit down and go over it before he finally got to get out of here yesterday evening to go spend time with family. So, and well-deserved on his part. As Brent mentioned, later on in May, he'll be recharging his batteries with his family. And we'll probably start the vacation sort of routine here through the summer months. The guys don't have too much time to squeeze in vacations because it's always centered around sports, and there's always some sports going on. About the only time there isn't is this time of year. So, and around the Christmas break.
Yes.
So that's the gory story there, as they say.
Yeah.
Anything else on your mind?
I don't think so. No, nothing that's at the forefront of the mind
All
at
right.
the moment.
Now,
actually, there's a lot of things in my mind, but everything's just jumbled right now, Dave.
I know.
You ever felt like that? There's so much going on in your mind, you are having a hard time sorting it out.
Had that problem at 2 o'clock this morning.
Did you?
Woke up.
That's the worst time to have it.
Brain started.
In the middle of the night.
Actually was working pretty good.
Yeah.
Then it started working overtime.
Uh-huh.
And then you're mad at yourself because you started thinking about things, and next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock.
Yes.
And you're going, "Well, I got to stop this. It's what's in my head."
Yeah.
So today we honored the head. Tomorrow, what body part you want to do tomorrow?
I don't know. Do you want to do legs, or you want to hang on to legs and do that later, like to wrap up the series?
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Okay.
I just punched in chest.
How about shoulder?
We haven't done shoulder yet.
I don't think we've done shoulder. There's got to be songs about shoulder, like "Cry on My Shoulder" or whatever.
We did arms, but we didn't do shoulders. That's
Yeah.
right. I typed in chest. No country songs with chest.
Okay.
I figured maybe. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. I had a couple of things in mind on that, but there you go, using my head in the wrong way again. All right, we're set. We're ready to go. We're going to close the show. Join us tomorrow, please, at 7:30 for the Wednesday edition of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Wouldn't be any fun without you, so we'll see you then. We'll talk to you then.
All right.
And I'm going to see about getting a picture up there and permanently eliminating video on the left-hand side of the screen, because I'm enjoying myself more without this video thing going.
Are you?
Yeah. And you look great.
Thanks, Dave.
You look super good. So long.
See ya.